Welcome to Shadowleague Gaming. I'm your wonderful host, Shadow, and hope everyone's doing well. So, little update. We got raided. However, basically, my design worked. So, let me show you. I'll give you a little story time from the top of the world. There is no doubt that we have beaten the game multiple times now. I mean, I've had wipes where they didn't even bother to raid. We got offline. Night would have been yesterday morning. They definitely hit the weak spot. So they came through the walls down here. They actually blew the gate and the wall behind Lighthouse. You can see how it got all jacked up. I put that wall just to seal a little gap in there. Moved the gate down there, which strangely enough, it appears that they blew through one outer wall in that area. And then stopped because they, I guess, realized they couldn't get anywhere. Although why they didn't blow that and then this, I'm not sure. So I think they came in that way, blew the gate, which then also blew up the wall. I don't know. So they took the second bunker, which had probably the least of my loot out of the bunkers. They did get, the only thing they got that I regret was the M249. I've gotten a replacement since, but... So, once they got in here, they blew out the turrets. They blew through of course my bunker was a bunker, so they blew through a armored wall. They blew off doors they didn't need to, and then they didn't even get up into the lighthouse to my loot rooms or my lockers. Neither one. That was 6 full metal AK kits and sniper kits. They didn't even get it. I think they ran out of boom, because then they blew through the walls over there. Remember I had a gate? And you could go to farm that way around the way. Well, they blew through 2 compound walls going that way after those 2. So that's 4 compound walls. They bypassed farm. They didn't blow into farm. I guess they thought it looked too whatever. But the armored walls might have given away the fact that I have like a fourth of my loot in there. Well, I did. Well, no, I still probably got about a fourth of the loot. It's spread out. So as you know, I have 5 main bases and 4 extra turret bases. Got the lighthouse, the porch house, the bunker, the main, which is now empty. So that's what they did. They blew through there, bypassed farm, went to main, and got main. They got a little bit out of it. 0 boom, 0 sulfur. I'm pretty sure I took the gunpowder out of there too. So they might have gotten like a row high qual out of each, the bunker and the main. Actually, the main only had about 150 high qual. They undoubtedly died many times to shotgun traps and flame turrets. They had to kill a bunch of them, which was funny. I basically went to my other 3 bases, pulled out a bunch of the loot, and rebuilt the lighthouse. Because so my bunker in lighthouse is still sealed. They resealed it with armor. I can't get into it. I doubt they're going to spawn in and have any boom in there to try to blow it out. We'll see. But I mean, it's wipe night, so by tomorrow this is gone anyway. So yeah, so they got a double box of wood. They got a half a double box of stone. I replaced that within 15 minutes with 1 ore tea. They didn't hit any of the other bases. So I went around the other night and dropped Vendies. So that was my response to them. Originally it said something like, oh, did I leave the other one? Let me see what it says. I don't know if it'll let me read it. So it said Shadow's Lair. There we go. And it's basically what I did 2 wipes ago. It's what I said when somebody tried to raid and they didn't even go deep. I think they ran out of boom and then just logged off. They didn't really get. I mean, they might have gotten some kits, but I'm sure they have plenty of kits. It might have just been the point, seeing how far they could get. I mean, they got 2 of my main bases, but they only got a very, like, the bunker here, which did have some loot in it, but it was low. Like, I didn't have a lot. I had a row of high qual, and I did have, like, a bunch of guns, including the M249. But it wasn't even, like, a tenth. It was probably a tenth of my guns. Most of them were in lockers. They got 1 locker in main base. That's it. And they left. They griefed this, although they were nice enough to put the TC outside so that I could break it. So that was cool. They didn't full grief it, because yes, I would have gone and farmed and gotten 8 C4s, but that's just cruel, man. So thanks for that. We all know who you are, because then I woke up, rebuilt, went and found their base, got in through the outer turrets. My son, Code, he killed the guy that killed me, and we killed the rest of their team. And, yeah. So, interesting. I was going to do a loot tour last night, but I got tired. Which would have been nice, because then I could have showed you what I had in Maine and here, and it was more than what I have now, but not by much, because we went all the way deep into their base. Now the strange thing is, pretty sure they logged off. A lot of their doors were open. So once we were able to get past the turrets and blow up a couple things, we got their main loot. So I got like 1,300 high qual out of their base. We got, they never got my sulfur. So my sulfur and my iron ore were all up in the loot room in the lighthouse. They never got to it, so we didn't lose any. Then we got like 3 rows of 3 rows of cooked and like 4 rows of uncooked out of their base. Double box of pipes. I've been recycling a little bit. Respit out my stuff. I've added some little bit of stuff. I rebuilt. So that turret tower was completely blown out. I rebuilt that. They took out 1 turret. Looks like they tried to go around farm and ran into my little mini turret base. They did take out 1 turret, but then they realized there was like 4 shotgun traps over there. I'm pretty sure they died a whole bunch and wasted boom on them, and then got over and found like 2 more shotgun traps and another turret, and realized it just went to a gate compound area that didn't lead anywhere. So they came back around and went over to Maine, I guess. I don't know. It was a little bit of a weird raid. I wish I could have seen it. I am pretty sure they used upwards of 80 or 90 rockets worth of boom. Whether some of that was C4 or Explo. And then, yes, they busted almost pretty much every box that I had laid out. I had one over here with some wood in it. I had the double box of wood and stone, but the other 10 or 12 boxes they broke were empty. I mean, you don't think I'm going to keep my good loot just laying out for some grub to jump over a wall and get, do you? Nope. So I had to reimagine this, because they did grief my elevator jump up, which I can actually show you here. So if you remember, because I'm pretty sure I went through there, you went in through the single door, the double door, and there was just a 1x1, and you could jump up to here. They armored it. How nice of them. I considered breaking it, but, you know, I'm a builder, so I got creative. So I rebuilt the whole floor. This was all gutted, so I rebuilt the whole floor. Obviously got my elevator back up. They blew it up, too. Probably just trying to kill the turrets. Turrets are off right now, because he said he was getting on. I guess I have time to run away. No. Recycle. So, yeah, so this is all reconfigured. I now got a turret inside. Although I'm not so sure if that'll do anything through the elevator, and I'm a little afraid that it might damage the elevator. So I think what I'm going to do is leave one clip in it, which I do know that the elevator's decent amount of damage to break. What do I got in there? We'll actually take that out too. I'll leave the little flashlight. So we'll just leave it with one clip, and I think that's enough. We'll throw a few more in this bolty here. And then, anyway. So, yep, so rearrange the space a little. Close doors. Notice I have a button on me. I am no longer going to have a button laying around, but what was great is they blew through the back, which blew up the button. Because there was a turret right here. And then they blew straight into bunker and turned off the power. So even if they hadn't broken the elevator, like they didn't want the turrets on, so they couldn't turn them back on and use the elevator. So, yeah, interesting. Yeah, this was still here, which I've moved a little bit of stuff. Oh, I forgot I put that up here. It's just got some extra stuff. It's just got Hazy kits in it now. I had full kits earlier, but MP5. Oh, we know whose kit that is. All right, up. So, you know, power room's still here. This is where all the sulfur was. I have since moved it. I will probably move it back since I just now finished the... so I have 2 batteries now. You can blow up the windmill. Won't affect the turrets. Just saying. And I know this is, yeah, this box is extra base masks. Like, all this has still been here. I took the kits out of the top and moved them over to heli base for a little bit because we were trying to take heli, which again didn't work out great. We're doing something wrong. I think I'm going to rebuild that base next wipe, do something different. We haven't really watched videos, which you know how I am. I kind of like to try to figure it out. But dude, them choppers just won't die sometimes, or I'm hitting them in the wrong spot, but maybe I need to use Explo. Like, I don't know. So this is the new way into the elevator. It is no longer the bottom. Turrets. Let's see how many bolts you got. That's a back facing one. We'll give you some extra. Just extra turrets I had laying around, you know. So this is how I bypass the griefed bunker and the griefed jump up for elevator. I just added some stairs. Works very nicely. I did put that shotgun turret down. Yes, sir. Oh, it's actually over on the other side. So, oh, they also did not blow into here, which, you know, it just has my diving kits. But again, they didn't get in here. Didn't get the almost broken tier 3. Didn't get my box of goodies in here. Like, it was a weird raid. I mean, props for coming up, bringing that much boom and going through my base, but I feel like they failed. Dump that in there. We're gonna put that on that. Oh, no, we're not. Put that on that. I need to just go dump this in a box. Whoops, wrong way. Yeah, so I cooked their 1200 I call. It is now spread out among the TCs. we'll show you the damage here. So because I just sealed that wall, and I actually sealed the wrong wall first, so then I cut myself off from the farm base without having to go outside the gate. So I just blew up the two. Remember this hallway, there was metal barricades to here. I had two more here. I blew them up with 3 rockets. A little bit explode because I missed one time, but I now have a nice little jump through. So they did break all these boxes. I don't have a lock on that one. Not really much in them right now. Thirsty. So then I kind of redid this too, because I didn't like having that easy runaround. It does make a easy runaround. Just, well, let's go look around, figure out where we want to go. So this is the turret they took out, rebuilt it, of course. I do have my box of double wood back. So this now goes nowhere. They took out the 2 shotgun traps I had here. But then I just sealed this. I was like, nah, I'm good. So, yeah, and they never even got out here, which of course I've got the new turret base, which is a beefy turret base. I don't know if I had this when I was broadcasting last. So this has been added. Oh, and he is on. So I gotta go. But yeah, blocker, full kit's there. Didn't touch it. Pretty awesome. I'm probably gonna hop off here because I think we're gonna end up in party chat. And I'm not sure if it will broadcast sound while I'm in party chat. So thanks for checking it out. We did have a raid. They didn't go deep enough to matter. And rebuilt in a few hours and all set. So hope you guys are